war, famine, pollution, suffering, it's all your fault. At least that's what they want you to believe. For millennia now, we've been receiving this message that there's something wrong with us, that there's something wrong with humans, that we are destructive and that we are powerless to change. And these messages have been dividing us for a long time. And if our air is polluted, our water is contaminated, and our food is poisoned, and if we say anything about it, we're gaslit and told everything is fine. And yet we're also told that there's this catastrophic climate change, and that's because of us, because we humans are useless eaters. And we're told that there are too many people on this planet, and yet that the economy will collapse if we don't have more children. So this might seem random, but it's not. Everything is by design. It was designed by the Archons in order to siphon off our energy. And the sad part is that we believed it. And we believed it not because we're naive, not because we're stupid, but because of amnesia. That's right, for so long we have been in a spiritual amnesia, a tool used by the Archons as well. But the good news is they didn't count on this. They didn't count on the fact that we would start to remember. And this is also what they didn't count on, is that the darkest they permeated, that they fed off, this is what they feed on fear and suffering. That darkness is also what helped us sprout, because we have been programmed with this very special seed. We've been programmed by a galactic family with this very special seed, a star seed. And guess what? Seeds sprout in darkness. I love this message from the Pleiadians. So hello, you guys. Charlie here. I channel the Pleiadians. And I'm so excited to share this message, as you all have been feeling it. I've been sharing it in the Telegram group as well, that the Cabal is crumbling, all right? You all been sensing it, this mass awakening that I've spoken about before, the Pleiadians and others have spoken about before, is sort of reversing, is collapsing the old timelines, and new timelines are being set. And we are living in the new earth every time with our choices. But first, before I go today, I'm going to talk about the 144,000, what this means for us with the Cabal crumbling and the Archons leaving planet Earth. And the most important thing that we need to remember, that's what I'm going to reveal at the end. This is the key, because this is what's been making the difference so far. So let's talk about the Archons. See, the Archons wanted this planet to be a farm, all right? A farm that they could feed on, all right? And they wanted us to be the sheep that they would slaughter to feed on. And what I mean by this is that they feed on the frequency of fear, all right? Because every thought, every emotion has a frequency. And so they created this matrix where they inverted the truth. For a long time, we've been living in this inverted matrix, right? Anything of nature was seen as primitive, and spirituality was seen as this dogmatic, weird thing, and truth was seen as extremists. And they've been setting us up against one another. And the way that they do this is by programming us with exactly what they want us to feel and think. And they do this timeline programming, so then we actually end up manifesting that timeline through media, Hollywood, predictive programming, right? So you notice there's so much doom and gloom, so much fear in the news, and it's by design. But here's the beauty of it, is that they didn't count on our seeds sprouting and bursting into the light. They also did not count on the flash of light. This cosmic event, it's not just this frou-frou, woo-woo thing. It is an actual physical cosmic event, and we're feeling the effects of it because we're feeling the effects of the sun activity magnifying this beautiful light grid on planet Earth. And I just wanted to share this very quickly about how they want to dim the sun. So anyways, you guys, it's incredible what's happening. But here's the thing that I want to clarify about the flash of light, is that the flash of light just magnifies whatever space that we are in. And here's another thing that they didn't count on. you might be aware of the 144,000. In the last video, I talked about how this is a frequency, the frequency of the spiritual warrior. So I was sitting with the Pleiadians, and they sent me this image of this visual of planet Earth, and it was very alive. It wasn't like a picture, it was literally like moving and pulsating. And in different parts of this planet, there were little pinpricks of light. And it reminded me a little bit of, when you get like acupuncture, and they put the little needles in different parts of the body. And that's not random, right? They don't just stick needles in random parts of their body. It's very specific. It's very strategic. And they said, these are the volunteers. These are the 144,000. These are the souls that came in to anchor this powerful light and to help this awakening and to magnify the positive effects of the flash of light. So this is something that's happening as well that they didn't count on. And so they're leaving, and they're leaving not because we're fighting them. We're not fighting them, right? They're leaving because they're literally not a match to the frequency of this planet. It's like the farm is not making the food that they want anymore. Oops. But here's the thing. Here's the bad news. Now there's good news and bad news. Let's start with the bad news. The bad news is that they have created these systems, right? And they have trained their flying monkeys, which these are the humans that we see that carry out their work, right? Because the Archons, they're not, the people that we see in government and power, but they have trained these beings, all right? They have sort of infiltrated them and programmed them and brought them up in a way so they can carry out their work no matter what happened, right? And so they're fighting back. They're fighting back, and oh boy, it's pretty intense, and the news is going to get more intense. Things in not just the news, but in economics and all the different areas of life, healthcare and all that. There's going to be so much, you see it, so much polarization, right? Just when you think things are going well, there's a wrench on the road. But the thing is that this awakening is happening at a much greater speed than the Cabal, even the sort of physical Cabal here on Earth had planned for. It's happening super fast. And what's happening is that light workers are utilizing the very same technology that they want to use to control and spy on us. They're using that to connect with one another. And so the amazing thing is that consciousness is contagious. And the most important thing that we can do is our focus, what we focus on, but also, guys, to recognize our power, to recognize that we are star seeds, and the darkness, that the shadow we've been here, it didn't break us down. It sort of broke open and sprouted our star seed, and now it's bursting into the light. So now is the time to not just recognize your power, but tap into it and grow and expand and create the incredible and beautiful reality that you came here for. Now, of course, it's this sprouting through is not easy. It does require a lot of energy, and it does require a lot of focus. That is why so many of us have been feeling very powerful symptoms during this time, sometimes even exhaustion. As this energy is lifting off, there's a great sense of relief, but there's also a little bit of recognizing, oh wow, there's so much, I have so much power, and it's great responsibility. But it's also, the more that we wake up and live in truth, the more that we are helping others wake up. And the new earth is not a destination. It's here. We are living it right now with every choice that we make. These are incredible times. These are exciting times. And it is a time to celebrate, because this energy had been suppressing us for so long. And now there's a lifting off. There's like a taking off of light, of well-being, and it's available to us. We are here. We chose to be here specifically for this reason, and specifically for this new timeline of New Earth. Thank you so much, Cosmic Family. It's so great. I'm so excited to share this message with you and to share more messages with you about this New Earth, about this transformation that we are going through, that this planet is going through. Thank you. Be blessed. Be the light that you are.